Hello and welcome to Ryno's Ravens preview. Be sure to like and subscribe to the video. Ravens have a somewhat of a big matchup against the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Now, some of that really depends on the health of their quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. A few weeks ago, he got stepped on by one of his offensive linemen and he's dealing with kind of an ankle thing, so we'll see. Jaguars kind of have a few injuries to deal with. Not that the Ravens don't. I guess I should change that. It really is a big matchup. Jaguars are leading the South, and it's an away game for the Ravens. See here, I am on BaltimoreRavens.com. This is our homepage. Let's go to the injury report. Not as many names on the injury report as I would have expected. But let's get to who is on the injury report, and maybe some people that aren't a little bit later. Kyle Hamilton did leave the game against the Rams with what was and has been called a sprained knee. Now, you can see here, limited Wednesday and Thursday, full participant Friday, which is slightly odd from a sprained knee. Lamar Jackson, based on the descriptions I have heard, not all that dissimilar of an injury. Lamar Jackson last year, Kyle Hamilton this year. I'm sure there are differences, but it would appear that Hamilton is going to try to fight through it at least. Full participant in Friday's practice. That is good news. Again, the Malik brothers, Malik Harrison, both linebackers. Mr. Ham, full participant all week, is listed as questionable. To a certain extent, that is roster numbers. You can only have so many people on the roster. And as I read in one of these articles I will show you a little bit later, NFL teams can take players from injured reserve, IR, and bring them back to the 53-man roster. Now, you can only do that a few times a year. Right now, I think the number is at 8, and as in you can bring back 8 people. But the Ravens are, they're getting up there in the numbers. I think they're at 5, maybe. And you want to be able to have the ability to bring back Mark Andrews and potentially another guy that was placed on IR this week. So we don't have too many. So he's probably staying put for now, not on the 53-man roster. Malik Harrison is coming back, though. Groin injury, full participant all week, so it looks like he's good to go. Roquan Smith he missed a few plays in that Rams game. Too many teams in LA, I can't keep them all straight. That, and they got like the same colors. Ridiculous. He missed a player too, with some kind of back injury. But limited Wednesday, full participant Thursday and Friday. So it appears Roquan is going to be in there. Let's talk about a few of the injuries on Jacksonville. Mr. Tyson Campbell, cornerback. He's one of their top cornerbacks. He is dealing with a quad issue. Now, didn't participate Wednesday, limited Thursday, and nothing is listed for Friday. And game status is unspecified. So they don't share too much stuff in between teams, so I don't know. And also you see down here Trevor Lawrence, ankle, full participant Wednesday and Thursday. So it does appear that Trevor Lawrence will play, but being that he has an ankle injury is beneficial because he probably will not be running or scrambling as much, hopefully anyway. All right, let's get to some of these articles. That's the main article page. This one here, written by editorial director Ryan Mink. Headline really is saying it all. This is kind of coming from Harbaugh more than anybody. They did talk to Hamilton. He is in a good place, and he has a very decent chance to play. I mean, it's not guaranteed or anything, but he's out there on the practice field. He's obviously feeling good enough to practice. Probably going to feel good enough to play in a game. Now, what can happen in game? Lots of things can happen in the game. But luckily, Ravens do have some depth. You know, you got, assuming your two starting corners are Stevens and Humphrey, then you have Darby and Rock Yassin and Arthur Millette also on cornerback depth. And then you have Marcus Williams and Geno Stone at safety. Kyle Hamilton is kind of like that. There's a word to describe it. He's like a linebacker safety hybrid. He's got a little bit more speed than a traditional linebacker, but a little less power, I guess. But he has improved his tackle and his playmaking ability, so he is going to be sorely missed in what I assume is going to be definitely a lot less playing time, whether he's good to go or not. Just, you don't want to take the chance. All right, next article. Written by Clifton Brown, BaltimoreRavens.com staff writer. This is what I mentioned about somebody placed on IR and Ravens potentially wanting to use one of their off-injured reserve tickets, so to speak. Duvernay's got to go on the IR. Back injury. Not more specific than that. But there is potential, as there is still with Mark Andrews, for him to be ready to go again by playoff time. So they're going to need that IR ticket. Next article, also written by Clifton Brown, BaltimoreRavens.com staff writer. And this is where one of those IR tickets was used, activating Pepe Williams. What is his real name? Pepe's a nickname. What is his... Oh, shoot, I forgot what his first name was. It doesn't matter. Headline says Pepe Williams. Activated the 53-man roster. That is a little bit helping more with the depth. So that's another corner as a depth piece. Because, honestly, Arthur Millette has been very good, at least as far as what I've seen, in tackling and pass rushing. So there is potential there for Arthur Millette to really kind of fill, or maybe partially fill, that role that Kyle Hamilton may be taking a reduced role in, simply because you don't want to wear out his knee if it is potentially strained. Now, Mr. Pepe Williams is slightly undersized, I think, for a corner. He's not like a 6'2", 210-pound guy, or however heavy cornerbacks are. He's a little smaller, but he's got speed. So, be a welcome addition to the secondary depth chart. And here is another addition. Quarterback. Remember how I said there was 2 Malik brothers? Well, now there's 3 Malik brothers. That's right. The Ravens got themselves another guy named Malik. Wonder what the record is. Malik Cunningham. Well, if he's any relation to Randall. Probably something I should look up. However, this article written by Ryan Mink, editorial director. Malik Cunningham, quarterback, was on the Patriots, if I'm not mistaken, the Patriots practice squad. Now, the Ravens decided they wanted wanted to sign Malik Cunningham to the 53-man roster. There are plans to maybe use Malik Cunningham here, kind of like how the Saints used Taysom Hill. Not just as a quarterback, but maybe as like a skill position weapon guy, tight end, wide receiver type person that can also throw the ball. And some of this, at least some of the thought that went into the decision to bring this man to the 53-man roster was Josh Johnson and Tyler Huntley, the other two quarterbacks on the roster, are not under contract for next year. Don't exactly know the status of Malik Cunningham's contract, but there is a want by the Ravens to develop Cunningham into a backup quarterback. And maybe even a more versatile weapon that can be used maybe in the same play as Lamar Jackson. Haven't seen tape on him, so I don't know his abilities, but from the information I've seen, he is similar to a Taysom Hill in New Orleans. All right, enough about that news. Let's get to the playoff picture. Well, the Ravens got the greatest gift last week, or I guess two gifts, because the Dolphins lost and the Chiefs lost, and the Ravens won. Holy shit. Now, if we can just keep that luck up. But the Ravens have a chance to make their own luck. They're going to Jacksonville. Very winnable game. So there's hope there to stay at the number 1 seed. The Dolphins, however, it doesn't say they all say versus, so don't know where the game is taking place. But Dolphins are playing the Jets, so that's a win for the Dolphins. The Chiefs are playing New England Patriots, so that's a win for the Chiefs. Well, because it really looks like the Dolphins and the Chiefs are going to win. We really do kind of want to root for the Jets and the Patriots. Not that I really want to do that. I don't want to root for the Patriots. The Chiefs are 2 games behind. I'd rather the Patriots lose because I don't like them. 4 seed Jaguars are playing the Ravens. Browns, 5 seed, playing the Bears. The Bears. Going to be losers come Sunday. I would like the Bears to win, but I don't know. They're not too good of a team this year, but hopefully they can pull it out. The 6 and the 7 seed are going to play each other. So, yay. I want them both to lose. Can I have that? No, I can't have that. Well, shoot. That sucks. I want them both to lose. I want the Pittsburgh team and the Indianapolis team to lose. And more teams on the bubble, it doesn't really matter. So, just to give you an idea of what the playoff picture is kind of shaping up to be. This is week 15. What do we got left to go? 15, 16, 17, 18, right? So is that 4 games? 4 games left to go? Getting close. I can feel it. The Ravens already got 10 wins. That's very nice. First team in the AFC to 10 wins. How about that? All right, let's get into the logistical stuff because it is slightly different. I'm scrolling. Too many games on this list now. Here you go. This coming Sunday at the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Ravens will be traveling to Jacksonville to Everbank Stadium. Okay. Well, there you go. Oh, and the time. Yes, this is not a 1 o'clock game. This is another Sunday night football game. Well, I think the NFL's getting their money's worth because we just had a game in prime time against the Chargers here. And then Jacksonville, and then next week, Monday Night Football. Several key primetime games in the stretch. hopefully Lamar Jackson can shine in prime time. We don't want to look bad in prime time. Not that we want to look bad at all. We want to win in Jacksonville. 8:20 p.m. Eastern Sunday. That's going to do it for this edition of Ryno's Ravens preview. Ryno's Ravens review is going to come up on... Why I keep doing that. I'm not supposed to say that. On Monday is a redundancy. Ryno's Ravens review will be Monday after the game. So if you subscribe to the channel, you will be alerted when that video drops. Don't forget to like the video. I am the Angry Ryno. Fly, Ravens, fly.